Welcome back to another episode of Limbus Company Daily Mirror Dungeon. It's another randomizer day, and it's also, I guess, like the de facto Halloween episode. So, hopefully we get something, thematic for that. Let's pull up the randomizer. And let's see just what we roll. There's been no new additions since last time, except for the new identities and egos. It's still like the same prescripts from before. I haven't added, any viewer submission stuff yet. I'll get around to it sooner or later. I've just been busy as of late. And let's see what we get. Oh boy. That's a funny prescript. Anyone with a counter can only use their counter. Alright. Which of these guys actually have counters? Ryoshu definitely does. That might be the only unit here that has a counter. I don't remember. We'll have to check. That means that they're not going to be very much health. We'll take the tattoo, sure. So we've got Mercel, we've got Gregor, we've got Faust, Ishmael, Honglu, Ryoshu, and Don. Okay, we'll go through them one time and check to see if they do what their counters. So you've got an evade, so you're not forced. How this prescript is worded, it's only units with counters are affected by this. Anything that has like a defend or an evade effectively just works as normal. Okay, let's see. So Faust has Blue Sack and Hex Nail. Okay. Dawn, who's the last person in this list, I know she's evade. And you get Fluid Sack. Ryoshu, I know you're the counter that we have. Yep, you're gluttonous counter, and you get fourth match flame default ego. Okay. Warp Mercel, I think he's just a guard skill. Yeah. And what do you get? You get Truth, Wallop, and Pursuance. So the classic ones. Honglu gets K-Corp with Roseate Desire. K-Corp is a defend, that's for sure. Don't need to check that. I think you're a defend. You might be a counter. No, you're a defend. Okay. And you just got Outer Blossom Star. And then finally, Gregor, Rose Spanner, who's a defend. Alright. And you have Default Ego, Lantern, ATD. Okay. That looks pretty good. Let's see. I'm giving it up so I can figure out what the turn order is going to be. Because it is Mercel, Gregor, Faust, Ishmael, and Honglu. And then next off will be Ryoshu and then Dawn. So we can close this out of the way now. We know what our prescript is. We can only counter with Ryoshu, but everyone else is fine. We'll just play normally. It's definitely one of those prescripts that can really mess you up if you get a certain type of roll. No, luckily, counter is less frequent than guard and evade are, so it should only mess you up, some of the times, but there is still a chance you get, only people with counters. Which just sounds like suffering. Also means Ryoshu's like almost certainly going to die. There's like no chance she survives. Because like she's not tanky at all. If she's only going to be countering, she's going to be hit by every attack going for her. So I don't really expect her to live too long. That's how it is. If I want to, I could probably clean some things up real quick. Yeah, I can pull up the prescript here because I have it in a very strange way. I've made them as like individual like images instead of actually like pristine text that gets written on screen. So I can just pull up the image here. Here it is, prescript 24. Let's put this in the bottom left corner. Maybe like this large could work? Perhaps? I still don't know what's the best place to do that, because I want to put it down there, but I don't want to block the damage number. Because that's a fun thing to be able to see. Maybe we'll make it like super small. 'Cause you don't really need to be able to see it like some super high quality. You can probably make it out fine there. I guess I don't know for
팔
sure.
배터리 교체 했었나?
Oh well.
여러분에게 도움이
More
되었으면
of you
좋겠네요.
guys. Want to use a skill 3 somewhere just so I can see if it covers the damage
시동
number.
걸어볼까?
Okay, that's perfect then.
좋다.
Yeah.
좋아. 계속 집중하지.
I'm satisfied with that positioning for the prescript.
한 방 먹였네. 이 기세를 모아서 뚫어보자고.
Onwards, now the next question on my mind is how can I tie this run to being Halloween themed in a way?
다시 복구하긴 힘들걸요?
I don't know if I really can. There's not too much stuff that really fits Halloween in this game. That's why I'm kind of disappointed by Walpurgis Night being, stuff from Lob Corp Ruina. Because, like, what if we got, like, a pumpkin head like Abno? And I don't mean, like, the Jack from, like, Ozma. I mean, like, an actual Abno that just has a pumpkin head. Maybe, like, a mass attack with, like, a pumpkin head bomb. Give us just Jack Skellington as an Abno. That's what we all want.
꽤 먹혀든 것 같아요.
If nothing else Halloween themed, you make a Halloween themed question of the day. If you are dressing up as something for Halloween, who are you dressing up as? What are you dressing up as? I'm personally not, because, like, there's not really much I can do, so I'm not bothering this year. Maybe another year. Maybe if I have a reason to, but I'm not doing trick-or-treating or like any, like, parties or anything this year, so, eh. I've decided to pass on it, but I do like Halloween a lot, so if you are, doing, even if you're not going up with a costume, like whatever your plan is, are you gonna go trick-or-treating as like yourself or something? I don't know. It's Halloween.
팔
This
배터리
is
교체
Halloween. This
했었나?
is Halloween. Halloween.
먼저 끝내고 돌아오는 친구는 맛있는 거 사줄게. 물론
Actually, I watched Nightmare Before Christmas for the first time a few weeks back, and I love it a lot. Very, very awesome. Jack Skellington, such a funny looking guy.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
Very Halloween.
저 사람들
A few staggered. 3 of them are still standing. We can change that. A couple well-timed
시동
attacks.
걸어볼까?
Like, any run in which you roll Cake or Pong loot, you physically can't lose. 'Cause, like, even if we get reduced to just Cake or Pong loot, he'll still be able to win pretty easily.
우리 편.
방해물을 제거합니다.
There's no issues with that happening. There's a couple units that are just really good tanks, and, can just kind of win runs even if everyone else dies at the very end. Stuff like Vigreg or PHP Rodion.
먹혀든 것 같아요.
Some of those ones may require a little more building. Not quite as good as tanking as Cake or Pong Lu is, with his, effective, like, 1000 HP or so. If you factor in all the ampules you can get, and Rexy's got some healing things. Ooh, more cost, absolutely. We love money. We're going trick-or-treating. That's what this run is. This is all the sinners in their Halloween costumes and stuff going trick-or-treating. There we go. That's how I tie it together. They're each dressed as, some of their favorite things. Mersal is wearing his, W Corp costume. Gregor cut his arm off and put a mechanical arm on it for Halloween one night. He's pretending to be, I guess he could just be pretending to be a Rose Banner guy. That's a costume I guess he could be doing. Faust, doesn't wear a costume because that's a very Faust moment. Ishmael's too busy thinking about the whale. Honglu's doing drugs for Halloween. Ryoshu's killing people. Dawn is also killing people. Dawn's dressed up as a valiant fixer, dressed up like a Yujin or something. There we go. It was you next, right? Yep.
명령에 따를게요.
And Ryoshu's in for a fun time. We've gotta leave my bet on, how long I think she's gonna survive.
기다리는 거 못해.
Definitely not long.
100초만 기다려줄게.
I guess the question is, do we let her get attacked, or do we just not? You can be able to make a grind, yeah, sure. That'll work, and then we should be able to redirect everything else. By the looks of it. Go for a little bit of this, a little bit of, like, this. A little bit of this, and then shield bash that guy? Okay,
시동 걸어볼까?
good. We make sure Ryoshu's gonna be countering something, doing slash damage so that she resists it, so she doesn't take too much damage. Because we're at the point where we can actually control what she counters, because it's an Abno fight. In normal fights, we're not going to be able to control what she does. And your Sandy's still pretty low. Yeah, that was decent enough, I'd say.
저거 봐. 쟤 휘청거리고
It's also
있다.
interesting how that's actually a good thing to know. Counters do count as, that counter counts as a single coin skill.
필요한 정보는
Because if you
찾았나?
didn't notice it there, it did trigger the late bloomer's tattoo.
필요한 정보는 찾았나?
I wonder just what does that. Can counters be triggered with commemorative coin then? I'd assume so. That's what it seems like. I don't know. Once again, I don't bother with counters too often because like you kind of just get such little like control over them. Can you counter that thing? Can you hit? Yeah, you hit that guy. You hit that guy. Okay, that'll work. Should work.
적을 난파시켰습니다.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of interesting things with counters. I hope we get more interesting counters. Like currently, like Sunshine Heathcliff's the only unit that's got a really like enjoyable counter to use. He's also the only one that's got multiple coins on counter. I guess Faust is not bad. Or I should say, no, I'm not Crit Faust, no. Regret Faust? Because it basically just gives her the tremor count you would have gotten from a skill 1 if you didn't draw a skill 1 first turn. It's just super nice for getting that turn 2 2-target mass attack.
저희가 이길 것 같아요.
Sure, you can go for that one. And now we just go around attacking these people. Who's got strong attacks? We want you to counter. Not really. We're just gonna have you do like a nothing counter. Yeah. This is fine. These things are not dying. We don't have a lot of power behind our attacks. We've got a lot of not as great offensively, more supporty identities on this team. And our best offensive identity is in fact the one who's been limited to only using counters, so very unfortunate. Not to understand like Mersal or Rosespin or Gregor, or Kekorpangmu really, but none of them are as offensive as I'd like from, an offensive unit. We'll get Shidon on floor 4. Or, maybe sooner if, someone dies at some point. You got also, like, almost no way of gaining Sandy because you can't clash. So we need to rely on, say, using egos and stuff. Also not great for us. You think about it a little bit. You don't even really need to think about it. It should be pretty obvious, but think about it anyways, just for good luck.
시동 걸어볼까?
가라앉는군요.
Now they're gonna be like starting to all die out. They're all weakened significantly, and their attacks are competent enough to be able to take them down. A little bit of trick or treating. They're gonna extract, like the pure sin essence from these things, and like use them as candy or something. Mephistopheles can probably turn like
당연한 결과죠.
Mephistopheles would. That's all I'm saying. Like, it does weirder stuff already. Being able to summon identities and stuff. Like,
저희가 이길 것
what
같아요.
even is that?
방해물을
Oh, you die now. You don't die from that attack, but Mersal's got you. Yep.
모을 필요는 없겠고.
Very nice. With the rupture of their offense level reduced, which synergize decently with Rose Spanner. He's got some rupture stuff. You got rupture stuff too, but your counter doesn't. Yeah. And you've got rupture stuff too. We do have like a semi-rupture build going on. Yeah, you've got rupture too. Okay. Alright, interesting.
준비는 끝냈습니다.
That's the only status effect we have, more than like in a single time.
여러분에게 도움이 되었으면 좋겠네요.
You four are like rupture. You're not like very rupture. You're more so just slash. You're blunt slash tremor. You're just general debuff, like paralyze, offense level down, attack, power down. And Dawn is poise. And haste. You can counter that thing, you'll take some damage, it's neutral at least. Could be worse. Analytic Eye is like not bad, right? You deal 10% more damage to units with negative status effects. That is cool. You do inflict negative status effects. We'll go over the stronger attack though, and the one more likely to win the clash. Yeah, energy card is the main reason why I took the tattoo in the first place. He just can gain a bunch of damage up, especially since he's, the first person to go. So he's gonna be the first one to gain a second speed slot.
기회.
So he's gonna get a lot of benefit from with his skill 3. Okay, your counter's gonna do nothing. That's for the best. We don't really want you dying quite yet. We want her to die in at least, like some sort of cinematic way. Because that's the humane thing to do. That's the Lob Corp way of doing it. And we use the Lob Corp way here.
야호. 이기는 편, 우리 편.
See. Like this?
행동을 개시합니다.
Oh, I accidentally attacked with Ryoshu. Oh well.
다시 복구하긴
That's how it is sometimes. I'm not too concerned. You got the kill. Chances of the guy would have died anyways this turn, or if not, he would have died next turn. He's like staggered. Once again, I just my brain goes on autopilot sometimes. Yeah, Gregor's skill 2 would have killed them anyways, so meh. That just means Ryoshu might have gotten some sanity from that. She might not have though. I think those guys are maybe high enough level. Yeah, she didn't gain any sanity from that. All right, so that was fine. Gregor skill. Oh, the coin. We'll take the coin. That's always fun. Carmilla is also really good for us, so we'll take that. We don't need to change Gregor's skills. And Zippoliter doesn't matter to us. We're not really using Egos too much. Also, it's gonna heal up a little bit. Ryoshu is the only one who needs it because she counters.
따라갈 준비는 끝냈습니다.
And I just need to remember. I've got like the little retaliation thing. I've got it on screen, so I should be able to see it. But
다치시지 않게 싸우셨으면
it's all a
좋겠어요.
matter of actually remembering. Sure, counter that thing. Why not? Excised target should be enough to be able to you win this clash. Not the most likely, but it's probably possible. Grease chains, that'll work. You'll see. Excised target. We want to energy cycle the top one. Something like this, maybe? Maybe.
적출할게요.
Hopefully it'll be. I think that should be enough to take both of them down to staggered threshold. Excised target was not nearly as strong as I thought it would be. Oh, wait a moment. Hopefully Faust should hopefully still be able to stagger the bottom guy. We'll see. Yeah, she will. Okay, that's good.
적확한 한압이었어.
저거 봐.
Perfect.
쟤 휘청거리고 있다.
This turn we focus on the big guy. You have anything you want to counter this thing? Oh yeah, you can definitely counter it. We don't really need to attack it elsewise. We're just attacking you this turn. Clash win, clash win. We're gonna win so many of these
좋은
clashes.
전략이네요.
Clash win,
가보죠.
clash win. Defense level down, that'll matter a lot this turn. And you take 4 damage and you deal 16.
다시 복구하긴 힘들걸요.
Cool. Was it too much damage? No, it wasn't. Yeah, we've got a lot of weak attacks. He'll be low, but not too low. He's not down to 1 yet.
좋아.
Yeah, 50.
도입하기에 성공했어.
Now we gotta kill him.
몰아붙이자고.
야호.
So we're gonna... You gotta counter one of these guys. You can counter this thing. Yeah, slash attack is just what we always go for. That's still an issue, really. Ryoshu's name still doesn't work. I haven't like looked at one, but like I'm hovering over Ryoshu. Like look in like the top left when I'm hovering over Ryoshu.
필요한 정보는 찾았나?
Like because they're like the O and U in her names has like the line above it just to indicate that it's like an well it's technically the first O and the second U is or a OU and a UU respectively to being like accurate to Japanese. But so they use like the little like O with a line over it, U with a line over it. But because they just don't have the symbols in the actual like font or something. So it results in those like boxes showing up in their place instead. I really would have thought they would have fixed that by now. Oh well. It's not that big of a deal, it's just funny. We're attacking you with more attacks than you need just to be safe. You take 7 damage and you deal 22, you stagger. That's good. Next turn we just won't have to worry about that guy. And we'll just be able to kill him without, you know, any sort of counter attack on his part. Yeah, we double the grease chains. So the counter didn't get triggered by the coin then. Or maybe it... No, it didn't. So it counts for something like the tattoo, which, you know, allows you to which allows you to gain a benefit from using a single coin attack, but not something like the coin, which allows you to reuse a single coin attack. No, proceed, skip. No, proceed, skip. No, skip, proceed. How's this worded? For single coin skill, uses during combat phase doesn't defeat any enemies, use it one more time. And how's that different from the wording on the tattoo? Dealing stands for the pride or single coin skill. I don't know, it's odd that it applies to one of them but not the other. Okay, we kill you this turn, of course. You can counter this guy or something, I don't know. Grind him. Shield bash. Sure. This will work. I'm not concerned. These guys kind of die pretty easily this turn. Don't have a lot of HP. We'll grind him. And he'll die. Nice. And only, yeah, we shield bash you. We win the clash pretty easily. We do some damage in the process. Faust is there in case this doesn't kill, but it definitely kills. And a little weak attack from Hong to finish off the other one. There we go. Good fight, good fight. Been fighting cyborgs a lot recently. Don't know what it is, I've been cursed. That's how it be sometimes. Oh. Accidentally clicked the OBS. Sometimes, you know, curse of Ra. And that's fine. Sometimes that is just how it goes. Sometimes you just get hit by the curse of Ra. We can get the Scarlet Moth's Eclipse. That kind of synergizes well with the coin stuff, possibly. Using a strong skill first. And you can do like this. Yeah, sure. I don't know, they're good. It gives us control over what Ryoshu does. Allows her to, you know, possibly contribute to the team. That's what we want. You know, that's the important thing about, you know, trick-or-treating. Everyone needs to do their part. And I understand that it's a forced joke, you know, I feel like I gotta roll with it now. It is Halloween, after all. Yeah, that works for me. You clash with this, because then you clash against this one. You can't redirect any of those guys, so you're gonna do nothing this turn. And you can't clash against that one, okay. We're just gonna let you get hit though, because like I really want you to just energy current one of these guys, just kill them. They're weak to the slash, it'll be a lot of damage. And not quite instant death because, you know, it's not the strongest attack in the world. Maybe if he had a little bit more coin power, like if he had, you know, enough charge to increase the coin power to 3, or if, you know, he had gotten his regret ego instead of his other one, and we used that in order to give him the funny coin power buff. Okay, they're all staggered. That's rather convenient. Well, that means you've got nothing to perform for us this turn. You're just gonna stand around. Focus on killing that guy. You can try killing, like, this guy. You're not killing anyone. That's for sure. Hit that guy. You hit that guy. Alright, we'll try that. Hopefully some of them die here. Most of them are surviving, it would seem. That's fine. Liu probably, hopefully gets a kill. K-Blade? Not quite. Oh, someone died to the actual moth, though. Then you've been staggered again. Oh, I know, yeah. It's because this is the guy that's got staggered by the Scarlet Moth, I presume. Because if you got staggered by Scarlet Moth, because this counts as the start of the turn, he got staggered at the beginning of the last turn. So he was that turn and the turn after. That's why it's still staggered, I believe. If my hypotheses are correct. There we go.
어제 톱날을 열심히 손본 보람이 있네.
Very good. There we go. Onward. Healing. That's good for Ryoshu's sake. Ryoshu's gonna need all the healing she can get.
배터리 교체 했었나?
Because of the one side of the attack.
유감 없는 싸움을
Or maybe that's what's so
기대하겠소.
spooky about this episode. Ryoshu's being possessed. You can't do anything. Right, I almost forgot for a second. I almost had you, you know, contribute to the team. How silly that would be. Okay, starting off with the things we actually need to clash with. Which is, you know, most things. It would seem. That we need to redirect. Merciful Spoon for you. So we'll counter this thing. You'll take some damage, but you also prevent, you know, one-side attack from going to one of your more competent allies. When your allies more capable of dealing damage to the enemies. And we'll do that too, since the Merciful's can do, like, no damage to you. So we'll have fast double up on them. And while, you know, the attacks are going on, we'll play with the door as always.
완벽한 한방. 시원한 걸.
다시 복구하긴 힘들걸요?
So fun.
그렇지.
Yeah, see, but going back to the actual attacks itself, things are going well still.
칼은
You lose your clash, but that's fine. Merciful is tanky. And he gains charge count from it too, thanks to how it works. Faust might... No, I don't know why I thought Faust had the possibility of staggering there. It's default Faust. What has default Faust ever done? Nothing. Okay. Speaking of doing nothing... Such a rude run, especially that retaliation only triggers for a single person on the team. It really feels like the randomizer said like doom to Ryoshu in particular.
할만하네.
Does that work? I mean, I did make the randomizer, so it is indirectly my fault. It's like a Frankenstein situation, like...
편, 우리 편.
What do I mean by that? Like, just the...
적출할게요.
That's like such a wrong way to interpret Frankenstein that I feel like I gotta roll with it now. But yeah, the moral of Frankenstein is, you know, I mean, it was all the Frankenstein's fault, not it was Frankenstein's monsters, you know, actions were due to that of Frankenstein himself. So maybe I am cooking. No, I'm not taking that this time. I've done it for the joke enough times. No. Maybe what I'm trying to say is I am the randomizer and that this is just the randomizer's monster.
카론, 기다리는 거 못해.
Alright.
100초만 기다려줄게.
It's gonna be one of those days. You can kind of tell.
좋은 전략이야.
Some days there's just that energy behind it.
8만 원에
It often usually has to do with days when I try theming my run, like, story-wise. You can always tell I'm in, like, a
지금이 기회입니다.
questionable state of mood.
우리가 우세. 서둘러 끝내보자고.
I'm always about to do something stupid. Whether it be, you know, that's something like whatever happened with,
좋은
like, the
전략이네요. 가보죠.
drunkard episode, or
좋아.
Dingus office. Or, you know, stuff like this where I just kind of
훗날을 열심히 손본
probably will end up throwing in some way or another. We've got Cake Pong loose once again, so, you know,
공격은 꽤 먹힐
I
것
can't
같군요.
throw. There's only so hard I can throw realistically.
모을 필요는
완벽한
없다소
한방.
유리하구려.
시원한 걸.
And Moth finished that guy off. Cool. I also have realized that I think there might be a prescript that basically just kills Cake Pong Lu, possibly, depending on the situation at hand, because, you know, it forces you to guard a certain amount of time at a certain point. It would be funny to get that. Bleed, we'll take the stagger damage, I guess. And we'll keep on going. Boss time.
따라갈 준비는
Once we,
끝났습니다.
so it's Moril or Guido. Who's it gonna be? Guido it is, okay.
메피랑 먼저 갈 거야.
Wreak the Gluttony and Bludgeon, being hit with a Gluttony Blunt attack, so, you know. This is gonna be an unfortunate turn for Ryoshu's sake. Honestly, might even get staggered depending on how things go. You guys are... You're caution with them. Morel's weak to Land of Illusion. We'll pop a Land of Illusion on you, sure.
적출할게요.
That's fine by me. It'll just be a little bit of damage. He's weak to it, so, you know, it'll be good. The Ungabunging, the mass attack time.
들어가보죠.
He counts as 2, so we're only hitting 2 people with it because, you know, he's cruel like that. 60 damage, though, not bad, not bad. He's already close to being
완벽한
staggered.
한방. 시원한 걸.
Next turn. Rhea shouldn't take too much damage.
가능하면
She's, you know, not looking great, but, you know, she's alive. We'll take more damage here, but once again, it's not going to be too much. These guys are kind of like lowish sanity, so they're not contributing too much damage-wise. And the sloshing people are the tanky ones anyway. You know, unless you're like weak to blunt, you're really not going to take, and you're getting hit by like multiple ones, you're really not going to be taking too much damage from them ever.
저 사람들 좀 지친 것 같아.
Did you really not get staggered? Okay, fine. I think Gregor lost the flash. That would certainly do it. Crippling. You're going for Moril, I assume. Okay, then you just evade the attack.
좋은 전략이네요.
I'll trust Honglu to actually be the one to finally stagger Moril.
이 공격은 꽤 먹힐
And
것
next
같아.
turn, like, all these goons are going to be dead, so we're going to be able to get some pretty safe hits off. Yeah, there you go, Xayah's target's doing wonders.
자,
Yeah, rev up, nice. A little bit of rupture is
우리가
being
우세.
dealt to him.
서둘러 끝내보자고.
Cool. And we just go for our strongest attacks out on everyone. See how much damage deals? Hopefully good.
그렇지.
But like, we should just win this turn, almost certainly.
먹였어.
Yeah. Grease Change, I mean, Grease Change is super good for us since the sloshing people are weak to both Envy and Pierce, so it just did a lot of damage to them.
완전히
The stagger plusing the one at the bottom just in an instant. And there we go, floor 3 dealt with. Looking great. Rupture or charge count? We do have 2 people charged, but like, they're not great at it. Yeah, I'll take the snare, sure. Neither of those appeal to me too much. We can add Dawn to the team now, that's a little more damage. Which path do we take? Bottom path it is, if we want to get the shop. Alright. That works. You get added to the team.
어.
Ryoshu's at roughly half HP, so hopefully she doesn't die here, but she might, and she's going first. She's being hit.
도움이 되었으면 좋겠네요.
That's not too bad. You're weak to it. Don't get me wrong, but could be worse. Theoretically.
적출할게요.
If the best justification is could be worse, you know you're not, and you're in an awful spot. Yeah, it could be worse. Like that, like, it could, yeah, but it's certainly not going to be worse because it's already pretty low. Okay, you're doing great though. Everything's fine. No need to be a negative Nancy. You're there? Okay. I remembered. If I had been on autopilot mode, I definitely wouldn't have remembered there. But luckily, I was thinking my actions through a little bit more than usual.
완벽한 한방.
모을 필요는
시원한
없겠군.
걸.
You're healing your allies, that's rude. We thought about not.
방금은 좋지 않았어. 뭐 그럴 수도 있지.
이
포기하지만
공격은
말자고.
꽤 먹혀든 것 같아요.
And shield bash, the coin attack actually killed that guy. That's convenient.
야호. 이기는 편.
Otherwise, he would have survived and then started healing a bunch more and all that annoying stuff these guys love doing so much.
방해물을 제거합니다. 그다지 유쾌하진 않군요. 모을 필요는 없겠군요.
And yeah, just a bunch of weak attacks. There we go.
당연한 결과죠.
That'll work. God, I'm so excited. Season 3's Canto 5 is just, it's so soon, you know? We're about, like, it's only about 2.5 weeks away now. That's like barely any time at all.
내가 응원하는 게 도움이 되긴 하려나? 힘내긴 해보자고.
Exciting still. Also, here is the thing. If we do end up getting Farm Watch next week, it's probably going to be revealed tomorrow. 'Cause that's how they, like, used to do it. Like, for, like, big identity stuff, they'd tease it, like, the Tuesday before. And, this way they'd be teasing it on Halloween itself. And you know what's pretty spooky? Dongrang. Yeah, he's pretty spooky. He's, like, evil.
야호. 이기는 편.
I'm onto something, I know. With the advanced train of thought I've got going here. No, yeah, I still hope. I guess we did get patch notes today for this week's update. There's some, like, interesting changes here and there. Stuff like they're gonna be revoking some people's reaction heroic scores if they, use the funny cheese strategy to do stupid amounts of damage.
모을 필요는 없겠군요.
What else was it, though? Like, there's some, like, minor changes here and there. I'll pull it up. Stage info window improved. Function input numbers when using items. Oh, yeah, so you can actually type in numbers when you're using boxes instead of having to use the arrows. That'll be nice. Merciful gets another skill 3. I love Downpour so much, but I'm not going to get it this time. Okay, I've had before I check the patch notes, we'll do this. Remove the nails. This works with our single coin stuff. That's not a counter, so we can't have you use it. That's not how this, actually works, but, it's for the joke.
했을 뿐입니다.
I definitely could use Ryoshu if I wanted to. I don't really think that matters, but...
팔 배터리 교체 했었나?
See what else they're doing? The exploit measures, bunch of bug fixes, some optimization.
최선을 다해보지. 방금 벌레 말은 듣지 않다는 사람 누구야?
Energy current. You got it. I believe in you. You counter. I believe in you.
행동을 개시합니다.
그다지 유쾌하진 않군요.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of decent bug fixes here and there.
방금 건 아무 쓸모도 없었어. 바보.
그렇지.
Nothing too special.
어제 톱날을
Oh yeah,
열심히
speaking of,
손보고
the recent stuff going on with Limbus, the Dante's notes, they actually briefly mentioned workshops in current
그렇게 하는 거
days, or
맞아?
I guess previous days as soon as when by the time this video goes up. But in that one, which I was like, yo, workshop mentioned. So they are, canonically supposed to be like, they're a type of office we now know. So it's not, odd that like Rose Banner workshop office is, a combination. Workshops just are just a subtype of office.
처리할 시간이야 머저리들.
It's interesting. It makes me wonder more about like boat works. Like, are boat works a subtype of workshop then? That focuses on boats and stuff like that.
가라앉는군요.
And what is the difference between a representative and an operative for an office then?
완전히 녹아내렸네.
It's very hard to say. We'll see in time though. Maybe like today's Dante's notes have provided some, more information on this. I guess I'll see by the time it comes out. There's actually been like quite a fair bit of interesting stuff in the recent Dante's notes. Like how I was talking about like the memory wipe procedure from the end of Canto 4. The fact that it's finally, added. It has a page for DHE Association. It has a page for 7 Association, and it actually talks about the difference between the information of 7 Association and DHE. Because 7 Association gathers information for the sake of other people, but DHE gathers information in order to, like, use the information themselves, to understand it. Instead of, information gathering, for others, it's more so for themselves, for their own library and stuff like that. They want to accumulate knowledge. 7 Association wants to, deal knowledge, I suppose. Trade it. Okay, let's see. We're gonna have you counter one of these things. You can counter, like, you actually, you can counter the tail. That'll work. No one else needs to go for the tail. We're gonna want to stagger the right leg if we can. Who's potentially gonna be able to do that? You? How's your sandy looking? Your sandy's looking good. Alright, well, if you trust that one, we'll still go for the left leg. You can deal with it? Yeah, okay. Now everyone else is gonna deal with the body. You can clash one of those. Neutral, neutral. Unopposed. Alright. Not shocked by those results. Looks good enough to me, though. I believe. Oh, defense power down. Wow. How nice. And you're going for another slide. How nice. No, you're grinding them.
방금은 전략의 승리야.
음.
계속 밀어붙이자.
Use the clash, that's fine. That's an attack I'm fine with losing. And it was a 50-50 no matter what, whether or not you win. Get bright legs and stagger so you don't get the other attack off. All according to plan. You get some fragile next turn. Not great when you're all about, the counter game, but that's okay. You lost the 50-50. And the body is closest to being staggered now. Not like the closest thing, it's getting there. You're gonna take the hit from the tail again. Everything once you did, that's actually pretty fine though. We will keep on attacking the body then. That actually wins the clash. Ooh, that's nice. That's very nice. Demersal, you wanna... Honestly, we can just ignore the left leg, it seems. Maybe we shouldn't, though. Maybe we should try an energy cycle on it. To see if we can stagger it. We might be able to. Clashing. You're clashing. Okay, those are some good clashes. The body should get staggered here. You've got some attacks that it's fairly weak to. Okay, you won that. You might stagger here? Not quite. Oh, no, you did. I thought you were just, like, 1 damage off, but no. Mersal did it, so that thing doesn't get any, its one-sided attacks off on Ishmael and Mersal. So pretty successful. And the dual strike to stagger plus the body, so next turn we can hit it a bunch. You get hit again. You're resisting it, though. This is your purpose. You're supposed to be a sponge for the tail. There's your 4 fragility next turn, though. I need to be a little careful about that, but the tail's not doing anything this turn. Alright, so you can just sit around, have a grand old time. And you know what, I was gonna think about breaking the body, but no, we're just gonna attack you. That's the plan this turn. And you know what? We'll have you take both the attacks. One of them's going for you already, but the other one we can have you redirect your counter. Just so that, you know, Ryoshu is contributing something to the team. Even if it is just soaking up a bunch of damage. She's not the best to soak up. We've got several tankier identities on this team, like Keikor Ponglu, Warp Mersal, even Base Ishmael, but you know, what's Ryoshu's purpose if not to tank all the damage? Yeah, you're so close to dying. And there we go. It ended up mattering, funnily enough. Good job, Ryoshu. You're doing great. Kind of late for that. We'll take the mid and timer for just more sinking. On a team with, like, no sinking. It's a little bit of sanity damage over time. That's good. Honestly? That's awful. That's an awful place for the shop, because the only way I can actually take the shop is if I take this path, which means I'm gonna have to do 5 fights. A lot of fights. We'll see how I'm feeling. I honestly might just not. I might just do like this instead. Because, like, what are we gonna get from the shop that's actually gonna matter? This might be like the one and only time where I'm gonna say no to a shop. We'll see how I'm feeling after 2 fights. If I'm feeling like I can take on 3 more.
가능하면 다치시지 않게 싸우셨으면 좋겠어요.
For gaming? Check for no trespassing? No, these aren't the ones that do no trespassing. These are the ones that do, like, basically nothing.
적출할게요.
Got him. Nothing fortunate. Okay, you still win. You win these? You win these? You almost stagger those.
아, 방금은 좋지 않았어. 뭐 그럴 수도 있지. 포기하지만 말자고.
정신 차릴 수 없을
Nice.
것이오.
And you get your counter off. Resisted, but it's still staggered.
제 휘청거리고
That's
있다.
good. You're gonna clash the robot who you can't actually clash against, so you're just gonna do nothing this turn. You get a turn off. How swell. You pursuance?
악인들을 해치우세나.
Just for a little bit of mass attack to deal with some of these guys a little bit efficiently. It'll heal up like Ryoshu, since she has taken a lot of damage last floor. She's been healing up thanks to like Starlight and Homebird and stuff like that, but a little bit more healing never hurt.
집중하지.
And you know, when is Pursuance a bad idea? It's just so raw. Look at that damage. Look at that.
적확한 한압이었어.
그다지 유쾌하진 않군요. 모을 필요.
Look at that damage. Warp Mersal's putting in the work.
우리가 우세.
We love him for it.
끝내보자고.
All bottom, Gregor just gets the kill pretty much certainly here, yeah.
어제 톱날을 열심히
All there is
쏜
to it.
보람이 있네.
All there is to it. Another fight.
이번엔 어떤
All
짓을
there is, going to the
하나
top path just reduces the amount of fights I have to do by 1. So it's really not that big of an optimization, so I might just go for the shop anyways.
도움이 되었으면 좋겠네요.
It's just a question of how lazy I'm feeling, I guess.
방해물을
Oh,
제거한다.
you're attacking, darn. That's fine. I forgot, yeah, Ryoshi's got an attack in. She did 4 damage, what a shame, and 5 rupture damage. It happens. Autopilot moment. I was too busy thinking about my pathing on the actual, like, map.
시원한 걸.
Well, you're gonna counter here this time for sure. No more cheating. You're not gonna be able to do anything this turn. That's fine. You know, that's your just desserts
좋은
for
전략이네요.
cheating this previous
가보죠.
round by going for a skill 2. The
난파시켰습니다.
horrors I know.
적을 난파시켰습니다.
유효타 좋아. 할만하네.
다시 공부하긴 힘들 텐데.
당연한 결과죠.
그다지 유쾌하진 않군요. 모을
Nice.
필요
적확한 한압이었어.
그다지 유쾌하진 않군요. 모을 필요는 없겠군요.
And we get this thing for the charge count anyways, that's good. Yeah, I'll take top path though. We don't need the shop. We'll just have our costs do nothing. Bunga bunga. Love it. The child. Will you play?
명령에 따를게요.
Sure
효율적이라면.
thing. We'll play. Don't worry. We'll play trick or treat. Yeah, we'll go trick or treating with the child. There we go.
기다리는 거 못해.
How kind of
1초만
us. I know.
기다려줄게.
You can't do anything? You can't do anything. Alright. You five are all gonna need to do clashing then. You do that guy. You can redirect one of those too. You can also redirect one of those too. Dual strike. You counter you. We'll switch this around a little bit. This like this, that like that. Okay, there we go. That looks good. And now we just get some one-side attacks off on some of the weaker people. I think you. We'll try and kill you. And we'll also double up you a little bit with South.
처리할 시간이야, 머저리들.
Should be pretty solid.
정신 차릴 수 없을 것이오.
Speaking of pretty solid, energy current should be decent damage, all things considered.
유효타.
Only +2. He spends all his charge when he uses that skill, because he spends like up to 8 charge, I'm pretty sure. So, it's definitely really unfortunate if you're trying to build up enough charge to actually gain the coin power. Oh, you lose your clash. That's fine. But you know, that's kind of just the small issue with Warmer, so it's a little silly. Really just doesn't have enough charge count most of the time.
금방
여전히
끝내고
유별난
버스로 돌아갈 수
사람이시군요.
있겠다. 그치?
Like, this gives him 6 charge count, but he has to use his skill 1. If you do charge count, and his passive gives him charge count when he's hit or loses a clash. Which aren't exactly the situations where you want to be in, so definitely an odd one. Got hiccups now, that's unfortunate. Yeah, like that.
방해물을 제거합니다.
We're just trying to kill the staggered ones this turn. That's why we're having Ryoshu just counter the actual one guy who isn't staggered. Don't really want to spend any attacks on winning that clash when we can instead focus on killing the ones that are taking double damage. And you do like no damage anyways. We almost stagger you in the process. No, we do stagger you in the process. Stagger bar lies so often. It'll be like, oh yeah, stagger bar is like still like 5 damage away or something, and then they just get staggered. I think it's because of the rupture, or probably the sinking in this case, one or the other. One or the other. But still, it feels the game just loves lying anyways.
모을 필요는
It just loves it. It loves it too
시원한
much.
걸.
We need to kill the game, I think. The only solution. The only solution. Dude?
팔 배터리 교체 했었나?
And final fight for the boss. Despite it being right there, I did not see which boss it was. I just forgot to check what it was once again. Gluttony Resonance? That's cool. That's cool.
어떻게라도 보존될 테니 적출할게요.
지금의 기회입니다.
We're winning all our clashes so far, it looks like.
정신 차릴 수
We're
없을
breathe
것이오.
this decently.
한 방 먹였네. 이 기세를 모아서 뚫어보자고.
I think we just straight up didn't counter, right? I was waiting for it, but I think the person who was going to, you know, be countered got staggered instead. Convenient. So you're the only person. Oh, the only person that's actually attacking this turn is the one we're going to be countering.
행동을
That's nice.
개시합니다.
Looks like
이 공격은 꽤 먹혀든 것 같아요. 적확한 한압이었어.
we're getting kills. That's for sure. Some of these guys seem to be surviving at low HP levels,
모을 필요
which is fine.
시원한 걸.
Oh, this is when the counter staggered that guy, so the Tonga actually could get the kill. And the last person dies to the moths. There we go. The moths just kind of like flew in. They saw us like attacking them a bunch, and they just ate the guy whole. Oh, nice. Okay, Pearson Bloom.
목적지까지 가기
So it's
위하여
one of those two, either Centipede or Fox. 50-50. Which one do I prefer? I don't know.
적들이 뭔가 기분이 좋아 보이는 것
When we get like a free turn to attack you, granted for Ryoshu to do nothing.
처리할 시간이야 모자르다.
Okay, energy current, cool.
일반적인
Cool beans,
상황에선
we're
선택하지
attacking
않는
you.
방식이겠죠.
We're doing damage. We're sinking you a little bit with every attack. There's the coin to see. Yeah, no, I mean, first turn, there's not much we can do against the normal Centipede. I wish it worked a little more similar to the actual Refraction Ray 2 Centipede in that regard, because I really like how there's actually something to do first turn. You actually just got to go for the head that turn in the Refraction Ray 2 variant, but in this one, like, your choices literally mean nothing. We can probably just stagger you if we go like all in on you. Honestly, let's try it. Let's be a little gambly. It's stupid, don't get me wrong. I'm more than aware that it's stupid. But, you know, it's also a little bit of zane. We could, you know, actually clash against, like, the scary master with, like, a strong attack. Or we can just keep on attacking this guy and hope that something works in time. We're going for a lot of slash attacks, though, so, you know, chances are it's not gonna work. Maybe, though. We're close, we're close. Yeah, we staggered him, so no mass attack for you. You get your, like, other attack off, that's fine. That's a little bit of self-charge. Maybe we should have tried clashing against that a little bit. Maybe we should have at least, you know, countered that. But oh well. They're at what? 3 self-charge? That's like nothing. Gain self-charge, clash, lose self-charge. You'd rather you just straight up not use these, but you're going to. There's not much we can do, but that's we just gotta win as many of those clashes as possible. Which means you probably shouldn't be dealing with those. Okay. Dual Strike definitely wins one. Loggerhead, not great chances. Not great chances. Not great chances. Not great chances. Okay, or we could just go for a bunch of neutrals. What's the harm? What's the worst that can happen? This is why you gamble. Because, like, we gain so little out of it because, like, we should just be egoing right now. I'm more than aware of that. But, like, look at our successful gambling at work. Yeah, look at that. We won all our 50-50s, even the ones that we were, you know, balanced in our favor. Okay, this turn we're just gonna spam one-sided use. And hopefully kill you, maybe? Nah. You're gonna reach max self-charge, no matter what. It's kind of impossible for that not to happen, so, oh well. We keep on gambling. We have some attacks that, you know, might do a little better, then we try using them. We'll counter one of them for the fun, for the Zane. For the Zane. Got some, like, decent skills going on this turn. I'm kind of trying to see if we can, like, not do enough damage to kill him. I kind of want to get to the head phase here. Because then we can actually get rid of his self-charge. I, like, never fight him like this, but then, that's a smarter way to deal with it. Because no matter what, he's going to be at 20 self-charge. It's going to take forever to deal with him once he gets down to 0 HP. So if we take our time a little bit, we probably should be attacking the head a little bit more if that is the plan, though. What is it, next turn you're going to be doing? Rise the coil up, yeah. You can break the body. We'll do that. Then we'll go all in on the head. Yeah. That'll work decently. Yeah, body's been broken. Hopefully that canceled its attacks. Now I think we do just bring you to 0 HP though, but because we took this long to do it, your attacks still go through, alright. That's fine. 15 self-charge. You're at max. Yeah, this is fine. You're doing all your coiling and stuff. You've got so much speed this turn. It's a little bit of a nuisance. But because you did get the coil, we got the coil up message, so that means we can get rid of all your self-charge here, I presume?
좋아. 우리가 우세.
No.
서둘러 끝내보자고.
Okay, that's good to know. Now you've got 20 self-charge, and we just kind of gotta do the usual. Oh yeah, we're using Pursuant, so yeah, we're using Art of Blossom Star, let's go. And then everyone else just sits around this turn.
처리할
There it is.
시간이야 모자리다.
내가 너를 위해 기도할 것이니 넌 반드시 부서진다.
적확한
Okay, nice.
한압이었어.
Do it again, sure. Why not? Why not?
내가 너를 위해 기도할 것이니 넌
Yeah, this is what I get for
반드시
being
부서진다.
silly against Centipede. I do like the Centipede a lot, though.
계속 집중하지.
A lot more than, most people do. I love how deflated it looks when it,
당신을 인도해주지
when you, break, the head first turn in the Fractionary 2 fight, though. Such a funny, Abno.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
Okay, well, now it's starting to coil. If we'll be able to stop it. You? Yeah, you. Loses 3 self-charge. Daring today, aren't we? What's my favorite? Let's stick with the Awakening one then, maybe? Yeah, that'll work. Although we should probably do the Overclock one for you, maybe? Do that, do that. And everyone else is going to attack for the sake of it this turn.
악인들을 해치우세나.
Because things could still technically go wrong this turn if we get a bad roll, or if, Mersal gets a little too silly
당신을 인도해주지
and doesn't clash. Because there was a 25% chance of corrosion there. Which, would be a little unfortunate. But I believe. It's an overclock, we'll be fine. And do another Art of Blossom Star for good luck. We almost corroded with this one, actually.
따뜻하게 안아줄 수는 있어요.
We all had a chance to corrode with this one, I guess. Because she's at, I think she's at 1 sanity or something, -1. Yeah, -1. I guess that means not.
나도 그렇게는
Yeah,
안 했을
there we
것
go.
같은데.
We didn't actually need to clash with that at all. That's right. On use, he killed himself, thanks to the losing self-charge on use and on clash lose. So no need for the corrosion even. There we go.
조각났군요.
Segment into adequate pieces. Thank you. You did the most damage. That's always nice to see. You're a funny unit. I forgot to scroll down. Oh well. We get 3 more levels though. 9:15. We're making progress. We are making progress. You cannot deny it.
정해진 시간에 기상하는
Yeah, right. But if we're playing the boxes, of course, 9 boxes.
명시된 내용입니다.
I think, am I at
관리자님을
700
포함한
now? Yeah,
대다수의
714.
수감자들은 이
Couple. And daily extraction time. What are we gonna find? Okay, 1 stars. And special banner, the green. One star again. God. The moment to pause always makes me ooh. Nothing ever happens. Well, even though this run was, Warp Merciful, it's time to shine, I think we can all agree the star of the show here was Ryoshu, who sure did win by doing almost nothing. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!